So welcome to the journey. Today we're going to be talking about some time-saving social media tips for your business. So hey, I'm Sam and this is Emma. So I'm constantly knowing, social media is important and you need to be on it, or your thought is I have to like, I have to comment, I have to constantly post. Actually, Emma, I know you're the social media queen here. So what are some of your tips on saving time on social media?
First and foremost, start a social media content calendar. This is a great way to help you plan ahead. Also to get creative with your posts because it is all about quality, not quantity. So to improve the quality of it, you want to plan ahead so you get those holidays in there with some cool posts. Also, think about it this way. You got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. How often do you post? I get that asked all the time. And the worst thing you want to happen is you wake up, it's Thursday, and you haven't posted anything since last Thursday. So with Instagram, post at least once a week, but I recommend a couple times a week. Also take advantage of those Instagram stories because that's really, to me, easier to fit in because it's more raw, unpolished content. So it's a really great way to show like some behind the scenes. I know we've done it here on set. And then for Facebook, again, post a couple of times a week and think about what photos you can add. Show photos of your team, showcase your expertise, share something that's entertaining and of value, educate me. And then Twitter, now Twitter you can get a little bit more frequent to stay on top of that news feed. So you could be posting every day, once a day, maybe twice a day, and keep it short and sweet and like informative. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. And you might be thinking, I'm a seasonal business, so I'm gonna take some time off with that social media calendar. Wrong. Let's say you're a hotel, it's the off season. Show me a picture of the beach. Wish you were here. Have me get excited about it. Take this and put it top of mind for your customers, your guests, so they don't forget about you throughout the year.
Wow, Emma, that's all great. And, it's valuable information. However, I'm only one person and it feels like it's a lot to do. Do you have any kind of tips on, how to kind of go about all that?
Yeah, totally. So I will bring up GoDaddy Social. We are a do-it-for-you service. We're on that team and we'll take this completely off your plate. After all, it's a full-time job. So we'll give you the writers to handle all this. If you want to handle this on your own, rad, there's Hootsuite, TweetDeck. Those are scheduling apps. So that can help you to plan ahead and get that content, think about it ahead of time, ready, and it'll post on your behalf in the future. I also recommend to keep in mind, especially on social media, that you don't always have to create original content, which does take more time. You can also share content from relevant folks in your industry. So let's say you have a restaurant and you read this great tweet from Bon Appetit. Oh my gosh, click retweet. There's your content for the day and it's super relevant to your audience. Maybe some cool recipes and cooking tips. Or maybe you are a landscape artist and you read something about on homes and gardens or better homes and you get excited about it. You're like, this is something my audience would love. Again, repost, retweet, and don't forget user-generated content. Your customers are already big fans of what you do. They might be taking photos of your food, your products, capturing their experience with your services. Pay attention to that when you're mentioned and repurpose that. Share it, retweet, and that's going to save you time, just like the scheduling apps that I mentioned
So
prior.
I'm sensing a theme here that I don't have to come up with everything myself.
Exactly. And that's what's so cool about these social media channels. They are very social, and that, yes, it's not always about you, and it shouldn't be just dishing out your content, your expertise, sell. You want to drive some conversation and engagement with the help of your friends on social, like other businesses in your industry.
So I know one of my bad habits in the past is really just always being on social media. So do you have any kind of tips to kind of help with that?
Yeah, so you can definitely just set aside some time, a window, where you take that time to really focus on your social media content. And also go and check out what other people are posting so you can get new followers. You can get eyes on your brand by just following like-minded people. And in addition to that, I'm a big fan of setting alerts and reminders.
Oh,
I
yes.
love to whatever I can declutter up here and take off the brain, one less thing to think about, I am all for it.
I live by my calendar,
Yeah,
so I get that.
same. You should see it. Mine's color-coded. It's ridiculous.
Oh, mine's bland.
So have an alert, have a reminder, and then when that alert goes off, this is your time to hone in and see, who's commenting on your post. Did you get any reviews? And if you did, take the time to respond to those. Read them and respond in a personal manner. And any mentions that you have, which I just talked about user-generated content. This is another great time to check in, setting that alert like, hey, Sam, remember, see if your customers are posting about you. And if so, acknowledge that, because this is clearly a testimonial to your business if they're out there mentioning you or taking photos of your services, your products. Take advantage of it. Set an alert.
Your users, your clients, your customers, they're the best marketers for your business.
Another thing that I recommend for a good time saver is write out the copy before you post. So your caption. I see this all the time with my influencer friends. They got that great shot. They're ready to post that awesome photo on Instagram, and then they're just hanging out stumped for words. Like, what do I say? I'm like, I don't know, you're putting me on the spot. So it's something to think and put time aside to put these captions, maybe in a Word doc. I often use my iPhone notes. I see my influencer friends do the same. So that way they're not rushed to come up with a witty, creative caption. They have like this caption bank, if you will.
So you're saying pretty much you don't have to do everything in the moment. You could, plan it out.
Yeah, and that actually brings up a good point. We're talking a lot about captions and having a caption bank, if you will, but also have a photo bank. So if you come across some compelling photos that you think you might use one day to represent your brand or your team or your business, store those in a place where you can easily access them and just put them out there. It's going to save you so much time versus that day you're coming into the kitchen, you haven't posted on Instagram in a week, and you're like, already rushing to get the orders out. But you're like, oh, team, get together. We're going to do a behind the scenes photo. And it's like, no, this is our busiest time of the day. People need to be served. Customer service is still important. So get a photo bank. It'll save you time in the end. All right, that's a wrap. Comment below with your favorite time-saving tip.
And make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell to make sure that you're notified when our brand new content comes out.
This is a journey.